From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm David Augustine. Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand says more than 26,000 Canadians in Mexico have registered with the federal government. She says that includes more than 8,000 who contacted Global Affairs Canada in the last day when violence broke out in multiple regions after Mexican officials reportedly killed a major drug cartel leader. Anand says the system for Canadians to register with Ottawa for safety updates had issues yesterday, but is now working.
There was initially technical difficulties. Those were resolved late in the day yesterday and allowed the registrations to continue unimpeded. As I said, 8,000 registrations in the last 24 hours, 440 calls.
Anand says Canada is not currently looking at arranging evacuation flights and has not been asked by Mexico to provide help like military support. Artificial Intelligence Minister Evan Solomon says he wants answers from OpenA-I about interactions the Tumbler Ridge, BC shooter had with ChatGPT. Solomon says he was deeply disturbed by reports ChatGPT did not alert law enforcement officials in Canada.
On Sunday morning, my team met with members of OpenA-I as well, and then I have summoned the senior safety team from OpenA-I in the United States to come here to Ottawa. They will come here tomorrow, and we will have a sit-down meeting to have an explanation of their safety protocols.
The Wall Street Journal reported on Friday that Jesse Van Rootselaar's account was banned last June after it was flagged for concerning posts, including some that included scenarios of gun violence. The Canadian-Ukraine Foundation is urging Ottawa to match private donations in 2026 to support humanitarian aid as the 4th anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion nears. Executive Director Valery Kostyuk said demand for food, medical supplies, and generators remains high despite more than $100 million raised. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency says a baby formula sold online and at Costco is being recalled due to concerns of a toxin that can cause food poisoning.
The agency says the 1 kilogram containers of Kendamil brand infant formula that say with whole milk on the label may contain cereulide toxin, which can quickly cause nausea and vomiting. This toxin is not destroyed by heat and can survive temperatures that would usually kill bacteria. The agency says no one has reported getting sick, and the recall was triggered by one in another country. Nestle and Danone recently issued baby formula recalls because of possible contamination of the same toxin. Brenda Molina Navidad, The Canadian Press.
And the 2025 tax filing season is now open and runs until April 30th for most Canadians, with RRSP contributions accepted until March 2nd for the 2025 tax year. Experts advise gathering all T4s and investment slips, reviewing available credits and deductions, and checking your CRA My Account to avoid missing documents or refunds. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, newly minted Olympic bronze medalist ice dancers Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier will be part of the Canadian contingent at the Figure Skating World Championships in March. The event starts March 24th in Prague, Czechia. Gillis and Poirier, who captured their first Olympic medal at the Milan Cortina Games, have earned silver at the last 2 World Championships. American skier Lindsey Vonn says she nearly lost her left leg following a frightening crash in the women's downhill at the Milan Cortina Olympics. The 41-year-old revealed in an Instagram post today that her injuries went far beyond the complex tibia fracture in the leg she initially hurt after clipping a gate and sailing off course just 13 seconds into her run on February 8th. And Vice President of Personnel Stephen Jones for the Dallas Cowboys says they're leaning toward using the franchise tag on receiver George Pickens while continuing to discuss a long-term contract. The Cowboys have until March 3rd to use the tag, after which there is a July 15th deadline for agreeing on a longer-term contract. From the Canadian Press, I'm David Augustine.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.